All right, hello everybody. I'm Brian. This is AAMI News and Conversation. We're here during Sterilization Standards Week, the fall edition of 2025. So we're wrapping it up strong here, and I'm seeing a lot of committees and a lot of working groups get together to really say, all right, it's now time to look at those comments to, tackle our biggest projects of the year. And you guys just got through nearly 500 comments on what is a very big project, a very exciting brand new technical information report. So we'll dive into that. And for those who are wondering what that's going to be all about, it's going to plug into ST108, the document on water quality that a lot of you are familiar with. So before we get into any of that, we first need to know who we're talking to. So let's just start with Erin and we'll go counterclockwise.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here. I'm Erin Kyle. I am a co-chair of this committee, and I'm with the Association of Perioperative Registered Nurses, and I represent the user group, so people who are actually using water to process medical devices.
Very important group to hear from. Okay, Herb.
I'm Herb Kaiser. I'm with the STERIS Corporation, and I'm the, uh, for lack of a better word, project lead for this TIR. And my expertise is in water chemistry and helping users solve their pre-processing or processing problems.
Fantastic.
My name is Terra Kremer. I am co-chair of Working Group 95 with Erin, and my expertise is in microbiology and analytical chemistry, which makes a good pathway for resolving comments.
Absolutely. And today we're talking about a new technical information report that is, I was, when we were off camera, I called it the purest form of a TIR, something that is really enforcing this document that everybody's so excited about. It's supplementing it. So let's dive straight into it. What is driving the creation of this new document? Who wants to take that?
A lot of panic. The users out there, if they've heard of it and they've finally got to read it, they're saying, okay, what the heck do I do? And how do I meet this requirement? And will they shut down my department if I'm not using it and such? And so I think that's what's driving it. We want to give the users a roadmap or a how-to guide of addressing the S108 requirements.
Now, when you both were overseeing the creation of ST108 in the beginning, did you foresee a lot of this confusion and already think, not even confusion, but just worry, I guess, about what is the best way to implement this? Did you foresee that coming?
We did, Brian.
Yeah.
So this committee never even took a break. We went directly from 108 right into 119 because during the development of 108, it is such a long document already. We really wanted to add everything in the kitchen sink to it. But unfortunately, that would make a document that would be very onerous for the committee to be able to get out and publish. So we took the approach to really lean into the what and then the how. So all of the requirements are in 108. The idea behind the implementation guide of 119 really comes from these are new requirements that most healthcare facilities have never had to really look at this in depth. And changing from TIR 34 to ST108 was a big change for everyone. So we wanted to be able to give them as much guidance as possible, as much support as possible through case studies and checklists and detailed examples that really would give them the guidance that they needed. So the committee knew that this was coming and had prepared for it. So during the development of 108, we started mapping out what needed to go in 119 very quickly. And then Herb took the lead to really bring the right people together to draft that quickly. And then we gave it to the users to give feedback. So we've escalated this process as fast as we could go because we know it's a need for the users.
You indicated on what this document looks like a little bit. It has all of these different supportive information. You've got your case studies, you've got your examples. Erin, when you're thinking about the user group, your folks, is there a specific direction that you have to take how you're presenting this information to make it work best?
It's really important to have the voices of the users in the room when the committee is talking about refining the language, because the words that we use matter a lot.
Yeah.
And the language that technical experts use is not always the same language that users use. So it's important to have everyone in the room so that we can get to a place where everyone understands what the document is actually saying.
Yes, I think I have a PhD, but I don't like to hear technical jargon. I want to hear keep it simple kind of stuff. I want
I love it.
people to be able to understand what I'm talking about. I don't want to talk over their heads. I want them to, oh yeah, that I understand that. I've seen that before, or
Yeah.
I know how to do that,
Mhm.
so that they can use it. Otherwise, they'll just, yeah, sure, another paper I have to read. Just put it to the side. But again, I want to keep it simple. I think that was one of the big challenges we had was to, on the committee, we have water companies, water treatment people, is to tone down that kind of a message, bring their intelligence and what they know to the table, but put it into a way that the users will understand. And so I think that's the key to what we want to do.
And so this approach that Herb took was exactly the reason that he's the best leader of this group and this task.
I don't know about that, but I enjoy doing it and getting the people together and talking to each other. And again, the key is the users. Again, we can talk about what we do all the time
Yeah.
and the technology behind it, but if they don't understand how to apply that and interpret those results that they view, then it's just a waste of time.
But would you be able to provide me an example of, I guess, a challenge that you're trying to solve with this TIR? Are there any specific examples that a lot of people have brought up?
I have one.
Go ahead.
One of the things that we identified today, in fact, is we need more guidance around when you have an existing water treatment system and you need to evaluate it. So how do you actually step through that process? So, as we are just refining the document, we are still identifying where there's additional support that's needed.
Yeah, I think that's very key because most places already have an existing water treatment
Yeah.
system or already process in place. And they're saying, "Oh my gosh, what do I got to do? Should I got to rip everything out and buy new stuff?" That's not going to happen. So I tell people when they ask me about that, it's baby steps first. Take steps. Just be aware of what you're doing. I think one of the keys to this ST108 and the TIR is people are aware of this now, of water quality issues, and they're looking and they're being more observant of things. And so that's the first step in everything. Again, the ultimate goal is to keep patients safe and produce quality devices for
Yeah.
the doctors and nurses and healthcare professionals can utilize on their patients.
And I just had such a powerful moment of deja vu too, because Tara, the last time we talked about this document, I think the number one thing you brought up is this is a moment of awareness. This is a moment of saying, at least see where you need to improve and then gradually take it from there. And now there's going to be a document that helps you prioritize and helps you say, this is how you improve. Do I have that right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
I've been doing water analyses for 43 years, practically drowning in them. But only until S208 came out, and I've worked with hospitals to identify issues and all that time. But now with S208, now people are really paying attention to see my water report before. Oh yeah, okay. Now it's, oh my gosh, we got to take care of this and do something about it. So it's really brought that to the fore.
Well, that's good. Normally, when people talk about a new standard, I usually ask, how do you see success in this standard? How are you going to measure that? I feel like that is the measurement for ST108, that awareness. People
Yeah.
are already coming to you guys with questions, and now you can answer those questions with TIR 119.
Mhm.
So let me then expand upon that. How do you see success with TIR 119?
I think if the panic starts to decrease. I mean, so many people have questions. They're trying to navigate, they're trying to get a handle on how you perform a risk assessment to be able to interpret, the results that you might get from Herb. So I think that when we start really seeing the development of those multidisciplinary teams setting up the program as has been described in ST108, and then they start working through the checklists of 119, that's when we're going to see success. Because right now there's still sort of a hesitancy around, how do I do this? Not even know how to get started. So this is a way for them to start moving forward. And, we hope that it'll be successful for them.
I'd just like to add to that I think that a measure of success would be the effectiveness of the multidisciplinary team in actually consuming and implementing this document. So what I personally hope to see is that teams are equipped to understand the questions that they need to ask and why those questions matter and what the answers to those questions mean as a group in a way that they can move forward together using all of their expertise to improve the end product, which is wonderful water quality for the purpose of protecting patient safety.
Absolutely. No, that's fantastic. Working group 96. I got that right?
95.
No, sorry. Let's do that again. Darren, we'll cut that.
Leave it in.
Make him sweat. Working group 95. Thank you for sitting down and explaining this to me and explaining why we have this exciting new document coming out. When should we expect it by? Ballpark number. When I'm sure we're going to get that question a lot.
Ooh, we are on track for a committee draft 1 to resolve comments by our spring standards week. So hopefully shortly after that, we'll be able to do a 15 final day review, and hopefully we'll see it in the May-June timeframe.
Hey, that's fantastic. 2026, regardless, we'll say that.
2026.
Won't put too much pressure on you guys, but people have something to look forward to. All right. Thanks again for dropping by.
Thanks for having
Thank
us,
you.
Brian.
Thank you.